Let's have an honest financial self-care moment. If I ask you where your money went last month, could you tell me, or would you have to guess? If you're unable to confidently answer that question with details on how you spent your money last month, this video is for you. Welcome back. I am glad you are here. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Ruka. In this space, I share self-care content. Today, we are looking at financial self-care. And basically, we are focusing on budgeting. I'm going to share with you a basic budget template that you can build for yourself. And I'll encourage you to watch to the end because I have an extra bonus for you. We're going to start with the income. You list down the different sources of income. Is it a job? Is it a business or businesses? Have that amount totaled. After you've listed all your income, we now move on to your fixed expenses. These are those expenses that you have to pay them no matter what. We're talking about rent, mortgage, maybe you have car insurance, maybe you have home insurance. Whatever it is that you pay on a monthly basis, it falls under your fixed expenses. After you've listed your fixed expenses, we now move on to your variable expenses. These are those expenses that you cannot estimate with certainty. It could be your food, it could be personal care, it could be your gift to charity. I mean, everybody have different things that fall into this category. You will identify it for yourself and you will list it under this category. After you've listed your fixed and your variable expenses, we'll now move on to a savings plan. You are going to designate a certain amount of money you want to put into your emergency fund every month. It's not really about the dollar amount. We are trying to build a discipline here. Even if it is $5 that you put in there every month, create that emergency fund and be chipping in something every month from your income. And then we'll look at some short-term goals that you have. What's something you want to accomplish in the next 8 to 9 months? What's something you want to do for fun or something you want to do for your family? That could be a short-term goal that you want to save towards. We put that under your saving plan. And then your long-term goals, maybe somebody's trying to get home. You list that there. So these are some things you want to save towards. Emergency fund, short-term goals, long-term goals. That's going to be the fourth section of your budget. And now, after we have all this together, your income, your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, your savings plan, we now sum everything together. Now you'll be able to see what your total income is, what your total expenses are, what your total savings plan looks like. With that number, the difference, if you put your income, deduct your expenses, deduct the amount you want to save, what's the bottom number? Is it an excess or is it a shortage? Now that you have a clear picture of what your budget looks like, of your income and your expenses, if you notice that it is having a shortage, here are a few things you can do. Identify a variable expense that you can easily adjust or delete altogether and make that small change. Sometimes it could be looking for another source of income. If you feel like all the expenses you have there are necessary and relevant, then you have to consider your income. Is the income you're making enough, or is it time to look for something to add to what you're currently making? This is your budget. Your answer to the questions should be honest because it's a personal reflection. Is this how I want my life to be? Ending with a negative every month. And one of the things that keeps us stuck with this negative is credit cards. Be careful with credit cards. That's not our focus for today, but if you're spending primarily from a credit card, that could be a habit you should also work on breaking. If you have other questions and you want me to share on credit cards, leave them in the comments and I'll definitely create another video on credit cards because it's another thing people fall for ignorantly and they waste too much money on. The bottom line for today's session is this. If you cannot confidently tell me where your money went last month, it is high time you create a budget. And if you need this template that I'm sharing with you, I can definitely send it to you. Let me know in the comments that you want the template. I'll give it to you. And you can now go in there and make the necessary adjustment. I just have basic expenses on this template like your job, your side income, and maybe other gifts that you might receive, your rent, your mortgage. Your life is different from mine. So make the necessary changes and then use this consistently. Track your income, track your expenses. There is no way you build wealth without tracking. I hope this helps. If it does, let me know in the comments, and if you know someone who can benefit from the video, share it with them as well. And as always, take care of yourself and take care of your finances and stay radiant.